Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's Thankful to Thrive Thursday, which we're going to start right off the bat with an animal messenger. And sometimes when I look things up, there is a specific message, of course, that is wanting to come through. Now, what is the animal messenger, you may ask? It is a snake. And where does this messenger come from? Well, he helped himself into my home. He was a baby. He was about this long. And he looked like the one that was in my house last year that was a big one. I say big, I mean like it would be the full-grown parent, and that ended up being a harmless, like garden style snake. I'm not a big reptile person. I didn't hurt the little guy. He looked very much like I said, the one last year, and he was right there in my living room, just inside, a couple feet inside the back porch door. Grateful that my kitty kids, and I just caught 111 just saying on my ticker here, grateful that my kitty kids brought it to my attention. Poor little thing was hiding under a little doggy bed that has been converted into a kitty and a kid bed kind of thing. And being that I have had this snake in my house before, I have definitely researched it. And of course, anybody knows that what snakes do is they shed skins. And if you have been following along this week with our empowerment messages, or even over the past several weeks, we, divine feminines, and then of course our divine masculines, have been going through an intense rebirthing process. So many triggers, so much shit is coming up and has been coming up to be released. Anything that is not in alignment with union, and that isn't just union with your twin, that is very much union within, because as we know, you have to come into union within in order to align union with your twin. And you know what I realized? I haven't introduced myself. My name is Rochelle. Welcome to Empowerment Experiences, where we look for and find our power all along this healing twin flames self-love empowerment journey. And holy moly, we have all been very deep in this rebirth process, where we are at the point of starting to come out on the other side. Thus the reason why this was a baby snake, whereas last summer, it was the full-grown snake. So now we are literally in that rebirthing space where things are being birthed, aspects of yourself are being birthed, and it's up to you to expand into your new skin, so to speak, to continue to grow, to continue to shift and heal on this journey, and come back home to you, the true you, beneath all those layers that you've been shedding. So let's see here. Wow, we have from the snake, healing powers from the connection with the earth, shifting and changing, quickly expanding and transforming, gaining new traits and knowledge. And right now, I didn't start today. I'm going to start after I'm done with this evening. I want to learn the basics of Hindi in 90 days. And I actually searched that, and there was someone did a program a while ago where it is focused on learning Hindi in 90 days. So I know that it's possible, at least enough, to again expand into this new skin for me, because there is, again, so many things that are just crumbling, and we have to be willing to let it go. And this means to also hold that space for yourself as you are processing through these traumas and these triggers and this healing space that has you feeling as though, oh my God, it's going to go just be horrible. It's going to be miserable. It's, everything is falling apart and it's awful. It's horrible. Yet, if you have been getting clear on your vision, then you would have that to pivot toward and to recognize that anything that's out of alignment with that vision must fall away. It must. Space has to be created in order for you to yet expand into the new. Thus, the message from the snake. Here you have your old life, right? The old understanding of your twin flame connection, of your divine counterpart, of your life as a whole, of who you are even. And all of a sudden you start just feeling this extreme discomfort, and then that builds and that builds and that builds. And in fact, the entire collective is on this path as well, where we have gotten so uncomfortable with our comfort zone that something's got to give, and that is our old versions of self, the old ways of humanity that have not been working under this regime, this tyrannical system that is only fast becoming even more so, unless we step into our power and say, no, I choose for me, and nobody else gets to tell me who I am, what I can and cannot have, what I can and cannot do. I choose. Now, obviously, whenever things like that come up, I'm like, well, obviously you don't want to cause harm to someone else. First, do no harm. I even, as much as I'm not a fan of the snake, I even picked up the cute little guy, and yes, he was cute. He was a little panicked, of course, and after being traumatized by my kitty kids, especially my little kitty boy, got him in a jar, and I took him out in my backyard, and I let the cute little guy go. I keep calling him cute. But a snake symbolism is also about you developing your self-awareness. And oh wow, there was a reason why I really noticed when I kind of put the jar down on the ground. I didn't just dump him out, I put him down and let him kind of crawl out of the jar. And of course, the way snakes do, right? They use their tongue. They use their tongue to sense their environment. And what was interesting to note that I feel was also another message is how he wanted to come into my house as though he were trying to hide from the world out there, because here he is, this itty bitty little snake in this big huge world. That could be a little scary. Well, what was he doing once I took him back outside? Again, it was back in that awareness state of checking and observing where he was, what his current state was, and then he slithered forward, right? I mean, I helped a little bit and let the little little bit of his tail go. But yeah, self-awareness. The snake animal, the spirit animal of a snake relies on its surrounding and its vibrations, right? And that's very much part of this message as well, because you are your point of attraction, goddess. Whatever you emit is what you get. And through this honing your awareness, you also are able to catch those things that are being attracted to you by your old version of self, right? Because as you step into this rebirth, new version of you, this rebirthed version of you, the momentum from your subconscious thoughts, from your old ways of being, they're still barreling down the tracks like an out-of-control train. And so you will be presented with those challenges to rise to the occasion and say, no, that was old me. Pivot. Next. I'm done with that. I am no longer available for that in my life. And in fact, that is one of the journal prompts for my 7-day self-love empowerment challenge, which is free. It is a free 7-day challenge where it is literally the foundation upon which you can guaranteed, you can continue to rise and thrive into your power. That said, I will put the link down below in the description for you to sign up and start the challenge right away. It's automated. And then you can, of course, come join the Goddess Tribe on Telegram and get some support in there. I'm feeling led again in the next coming days, probably this next week, to do it in the group together again, because you can sign up for it whenever you want to do it again. And it is at power.empowermentexperiences.com/I choose to rise. Like I said, I will drop that down in the description for you. Whew. Now that we know where we are, thanks to this snake messenger that we have had, thank you for the message, dear sweet little creature. Like I said, his little tongue was. If you weren't looking, you would have missed it. That's what I was saying. I had to actually be aware and observant, just as he was being of his environment. And that's what it takes for you to rise into thriving. For you to shift out of just barely surviving into thriving, you have to be the one to step into that energy. And that is what Thankful to Thrive Thursday is really focused on, is you stepping into that energy, reminding you that number one, gratitude is one of the quickest, easiest, and most powerful ways to shift your energy, to shift your focus, to shift your attention, so that you are journeying down the path of thriving, toward thriving, and to be thriving, to feel as though you're thriving. That's what gratitude supports us in. Being thankful, being truly grateful for all things in our experience. And I know it can be challenging and it can be easy to fall off of that wagon. But this is why, again, that awareness empowers your discernment. Because if you're not aware of something, then you're not really going to be tuning into your discernment. Okay? And as you are the epitome of this new baby snake, you've got to be extra aware, extra observant, so that you're not slipping back into that old version of self. One of my greatest challenges, admittedly, is telling the same old stories. It's like, no, and I'll tell you what, sister, in those moments when it triggers it, I'm just like, nope, not today, nuh-uh, nope. It's kind of like, no, Karen, we ain't going there. Bye, Felicia. I think Felicia and Karen are besties. I digress. That said, we are so eager to hear a bit of clarity in terms of, what it is we are doing here in this Thankful to Be Thriving experience right now. And that is to raise your standards, yes. To really begin to allow yourself to see, this is what gratitude does, this is what visualization does, this is what dreams do. Allowing yourself to focus on what you desire and tell yourself that in the realm of possibility, all things are possible. And that every time you're limiting, nasty ego mind, and I just caught a 333 on here, on my ticker here. So 111, 333, here we go. What you expect is what you get. And if you are telling the same old stories, then you're attracting the same old shit. The story that you're telling is the reality that you're living. So you've got to start telling it how you'd like it to be rather than how it is. And so when someone asks you, how are things going? What's going on with your counterpart? Stop. In the name of love, before you break your heart. And I say you because you're the one who be breaking it. Stop feeding the stories that he's not talking to you, that he's not communicating with you, that you don't know if you're ever going to be together, and I know it's easy to feed them, goddess. And even if you're not quite in the point of being able to feed the story of how you'd like it to be, do yourself a favor again, that being your own best friend. Stop feeding the old. And even if you must distract yourself with something, because it's not really a wound that's being triggered so much, it's just a pattern, right? It's a pattern of belief, a pattern of thought, and it keeps coming up, and the more you feed it, the more power it has. So stop feeding it, meaning stop telling it, stop speaking it. When you think it, be like, that's none your business, meaning none your business, Rochelle, right? And speak your name, like none your business, Savannah, none your business, Sybil, none your business, Amy, whatever it is. Be like, we don't need to, no. Speak of no evil. Speak of no evil against yourself. All right, so stop feeding that. And focus your attention, and when I say distract, what I mean is practicing the pivot to focus on things in your experience that do feel good, things that you do have power over, right? So you're not giving your power away to this disempowering, sabotaging thoughts and ways of being, right? Because it inspires how we feel. So allow yourself to understand that in the realm of possibility, it is so true, Goddess, everything is possible. Dismiss nothing. And when your ego mind wants to be like, what? That just sounds so crazy. I don't know how that's going to happen. We don't have the money for that. Or aliens don't exist. Whatever. Question everything and dismiss nothing. Nothing. Unless something actually is broken in front of you and you say, oh, that's broken. Well, that's obviously, you've witnessed that yourself. You see that it is, but yet at the same time, from perspective, may not be broken. There's still two whole pieces, technically, of whatever the piece they are. So it's so intriguing how this perspective thing works. So if again, you're viewing your connection, your whole life, whatever aspect of your life, if you're viewing it from one perspective, see what you can do to change your perspective, to give it a new meaning. Because again, in the realm of possibility, all things are possible. So come up with something better, Goddess. Come up with something. And as I said, Goddess, I flipped the card, and looky there, Goddess card, which is that self-love card. That is one of the greatest acts of self-love, is to at least stop feeding the bullshit and start seeing your inner beauty. Start honoring your divine feminine energy. Really be allowing yourself to feel better. Allow yourself to focus on something that feels better focusing on. Right? And I know what it is to be an actual distraction. And by that I mean you're watching YouTube videos all day. You're just not exactly taking in good things. Now if you're watching mind food YouTube videos, that's different. Like remember, I was watching, first it was apocalypse movies, which was fine. I was exhausted and I knew that I needed that break time. Then it kind of started to develop into a habit of watching a few too many YouTube videos when I got other things that I want to be working on. I didn't want to actually be sitting there, but I was in a space of self-sabotage. That is the purpose of increasing your awareness. Really, really being aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it. Like I said in the beginning, it was one thing. It was great. I was starting to finally feel restored, and rebooted in a sense. However, then like I said, it's like an addiction, period. It just got a little away from itself. But that's the key. That's to amplify, expand your awareness, and that in turn increases your discernment. It empowers your discernment, in fact, so that you are able to go, no, I choose, and I'm choosing something different for myself. Okay, because you are a goddess and you do have that power. You have the power within you to create whatever reality you desire, and you have the power of abundance. You are abundant. You are abundance incarnated. Truly. There's only one of you. You are that priceless. You are a rare motherfucking gem, sister. There is only one of you. Yeah, we all got like a doppelganger, whatever, you know, but even when it comes to identical twins, they may be so fucking alike. However, they still are not 1000% exact replicas. Everything is still unique. And everything is priceless. You are priceless. Every person is priceless. So now is that time to be stepping into that abundant version of yourself, right? The snake, the releasing the lack, the doubt, the second guessing, the undermining your abundance. Because through the stories that you're telling, I'm not gonna. Gee, I wouldn't know nothing about that shit. Be like, what you talking about, Willis? So you see, I'm right there with you, sister. Every bit that we up level, we still have challenges. We still have things to, facilitate our healing and support our growth. And that's why we're here, is to learn, grow, expand, and ascend. So what else do we need to know in this whole thriving, rising and thriving, thankful to be thriving? Oh, just more confirmation of that awareness is really, really, really amplifying the awareness between the snake, between what we've got so far. That's what it is. And how do you cultivate a more expanded state of awareness? Through presence, through intention, allowing yourself to see what you might not rather see within yourself, in this world. And then to that next step, say, do I have power here? And if you don't, then focus on where you do. Recognize what you do not have power over, so you can pivot toward and step into that which you do. Yeah. Oh, hello, baby. Well, and there we go. It's all about expansion. That's exactly. I have my moments where these readings, these empowerment messages, as I prefer to call them, just blow my fucking mind. When I've spoken things and said things, and boom. I mean, it never, I pray that it never gets old. I intend for every single fucking time I have this experience that I feel exactly this way. Because I do. Every fucking time I have this, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. You are here to learn, grow, expand, and ascend. Like I said, the sweet little snake bringing that message of rebirth and expansion, right? Because in order for the snake to expand, he has to shed his old skin every time. And right now we are in truly, collectively, the greatest expansion experience ever in the history of humanity. Ever. I mean, that's pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. I'm just saying here, just saying. So we've got this expansion going, universe, right? We've got this expansion, right, goddess? So let's just ask, in what ways through this expansion at this present time are we being asked to, well, shine our light? Well, boom, double mission, you and humanity. You're here to heal you and heal humanity. And you do this through healing yourself. And as you do so, you uplift humanity. You are able to connect more and more with your divine self. Your intuitive gifts, your empathic gifts, those things continue to amplify and increase in sensitivity the further you ascend. So definitely, again, one of the ways to be thriving is to really begin more and more to allow yourself to trust the messages that you are getting. Like I said, the snake, I knew it was a message. Okay? So don't second guess yourself. Oh, sorry, and then there's a little bug. It's like, okay, and what is bugging you? Right? There's obviously, if there's a little bug that literally just flew in my face, the question you ask when that happens is, what in your life, perhaps what in your twin flame connection is bugging you? What is irritating you? What is poking at you? All right? Because yeah, it is about healing yourself. And through that healing of yourself, you are healing the collective bit by bit by bit by bit. I mean, there's a lot of shit that we got to heal here. Oh, well, okay. So yeah, come out of the cave, and that's exactly it. Share your gifts with the world. Maybe, obviously, you're not in the place where you're ready to charge like I do, okay? But even still, start to explore, because there are going to be so many who need this guidance. That's why we're here, this uplifting of humanity. There are still so many who are asleep on this planet. Walking zombies. I never thought I would actually witness a zombie apocalypse, and here we have been in the midst of it. That's me saying that I watch how people have acquiesced their power to a system that does not care about them whatsoever. You're just a name on a piece of paper. And I learned that a long time ago. But again, I needed to learn that and awaken to that, so that those who were still asleep then and may even still be asleep now, when they do awaken, there are those of us who are here to say, it's okay. We blazed the trail for you. You are damn lucky, because we figured shit out, and now we're here to show you. Lead by example, which means, again, to heal yourself, and in turn you heal the collective. And those who are waking up and unplugging from the matrix and are recognizing this world is not what we were taught it was, and the old system is crumbling right before our very eyes, that we are part of the new that is being built. Oh, well, okay then. So there you go then. Trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling? What is your intuition? What is kind of poking at you? What is it trying to tell you? Again, utilize your intuitive gifts. Allow yourself to see what you need to see. And as I'm grabbing this deck, which has very much become, it seems, the Divine Masculine deck. Intriguing, interestingly enough. It's almost like this is the feminine and this is the masculine. I cannot explain why all of a sudden I am expressing that. Perhaps even definitely in this session and some of the recent ones we have had. This is the deck that the Divine Masculine is choosing to use for us right now. And so right now we are asking, aren't we, Goddess? Even though, yes, we are reaching that surrender space, we are releasing the control over that which we do not have power, and choosing to finally focus on the Goddess within ourselves. We still love our Divine Masculine. We still, of course, would love to have that physical harmonious union. but it does not rule you. It does not own you. It does not have power over you, to the sense that you are so distracted by him that you are actually depriving your own self of that love. You are depriving your own self of abundance, of joy, of the life that you have come to live, with or without him physically by your side. That is, again, one of the greatest challenges of this twin flame journey, is that you have got to rise and thrive in your power, no matter what he's doing. That said, we do like to know what he would like us to know. So let's ask. Oh, well, there we go. There's card number 1, and I'm definitely feeling we shall have more in here. Playfulness. He is very much asking you to just play. Play with your intuitive gifts. Play with the twin flame telepathy. Play with him in that astral realm, in the 5D. Start to have fun with your counterpart, goddess, whenever you want. I've been having wonderful visualizations that I haven't had in quite some time, and it was as though I'd been having them all along, and it was like, oh my goodness, and it was so comforting. It was so invigorating, revitalizing. It was so expansive. So play, right? Allow yourself to have fun, because are you not going to be having fun with your divine masculine when you come into physical harmonious union? You've got to be in that energy now. And so this is what he is asking you, is to let yourself play. Let yourself have fun. He's working on his stuff. Whatever he be doing, he be doing. But you be doing you. And you gotta have fun while you're doing it too. Wow, we have abundance, we have prosperity. And this is exactly what your counterpart is working on manifesting right now. He is very, and he has been, he's been drowning himself in his work, because he feels that if he has success by way that is defined by the matrix, meaning having a lot of money, then he will actually have something to offer you. Because you know, sister, he doesn't believe in his worth for you. He does not believe he is worthy of a goddess. Because even though you may not see fully the goddess within you, he knows it to be true. He knows you are a goddess. And that is why. So he is asking you to be the one to instigate this play back into this connection. Because he's been so focused on this. Yet through this, we manifest this naturally. Because abundance, prosperity, wealth, love, joy, all of those things are high vibration. So in order to get yourself to that high vibration state, play, having fun, laughter, laugh as much as you can. Let's see, do we have any last words from the DM? Oh, we have a few. Let's just take them all. Wow. And that's exactly what is happening. We are transcending. He is transcending just as you are, because you lead, Goddess, just as you are transcending and finally coming through this rebirth yourself. So he is too. You know, he's been in such a state of uncertainty. He doesn't know exactly what to do. And he is so afraid of fucking up, of making the wrong decision, of letting people down in his life that have created for him this house of cards in the sense of he needs to be who he is not in order to please them. And so this feeds into doubt, self-doubt. It feeds into frustration and separation energy because he's not connecting with his truth. And this is why, Goddess, why you have to be the one to connect with your truth. Why you've got to be the one to, again, lead in this connection and bring focus back to it. Focus towards the mission. Focus towards what you came into this world to contribute, to create this uplifting humanity over here. And he is coming to this space. He is getting into that space bit by bit by bit as he comes to recognize that this is not at all, this prosperity, this wealth, that is not at all what life is really about. And certainly not this 5D, certainly not the 5D realm. So you are being asked to play, to focus on things that feel good, to focus, bring that focus back, to focus on what you are creating, both in your life and with your counterpart. That is what this is, to really be rising and thriving, is to begin to be an intentional creator, an intentional manifester on your journey. And when shit hits the fan, because it will, it always does, which again is that which is falling away, that needs to fall away, recognize, practice that pivot, recognize that this is all part of the process. For every beginning to happen, there must be an ending. There must be. Because there's no space. All right, so that, oh my goodness, I am so loving this. See what we have right quick for angel numbers. And perhaps there is a holy moly, we got a handful today. We have, oh looky there, and I even have been seeing this all day, just have to say, 222, which base, keep the faith. And I just heard my counterpart say that, even though I've never heard him speak those words. Keep the faith, baby. Keep the faith. I'm coming. I'm coming. Ooh, I'm hearing Tupac at the very end of one of his songs where he says, I'm coming. I'm coming. It's like the whole kind of, you just wait there, I'm gonna show you who the fuck I really am, kind of, I'm coming. You just wait, I'll be back. I'll be back. All right? He is coming back, right? But he has to transcend the shit, this uncertainty, so he can have better focus. So keep the faith. And then we have, 432. Ooh. 909. And 404. Oh, let's just have a look see, shall we? Shall we? Alrighty. Angel numbers. 222, as I've already said, is keep the faith. For, let's see here, trust, everything is working out. Stay focused. There's our focus card, right? Stay focused on what you want. You are on the right track. You're in the right place at the right time. And in fact, Goddess, remind yourself that if you were supposed to be anywhere other than where you are in your journey, you would be. Okay? You would be. And 222 usually appears in moments of doubt, difficulties, or depression. Wow. 432 tells us, oh my gosh, path of leaving the old ways and embracing the new. Oh my gosh, like the snake has just totally illuminated, not overshadowed, nothing, just illuminated, paved the trail for this. Take it slow and steady like the turtle who knows there is no race at all. Time for rest, relaxation, and restoration. So take that time as you continue along this rebirthing journey, when a snake is shedding its skin, it's going to experience a bit more of exhaustion. And especially even a little baby snake, he is tiny and it's going to get a little tired a lot faster the further he has to go, just like a child, right? Additional self-care time is needed. There's your goddess card there. Be extra gentle with yourself. Bring yourself back into balance and alignment. Thus, the real purpose of that awareness. You tuning into you, checking in with you. Where are you at? What are you emitting? What are you getting? Which can help you determine what you're emitting, right? And then again, to recognize, ooh, am I feeding old versions of me? Am I feeding my old stories? I gotta stop watering the weeds, man. Time to stop and be over here cultivating the garden. The weeds are over there, the garden's over here, right? Cultivate greater appreciation for yourself. Cultivate greater appreciation for yourself. We even had 111, which is, awareness of thoughts. There's our awareness. Twin flame awakening, and right now your counterpart, he has, as you can very clearly, I don't need to tell you this, however I remind you of this, that your counterpart has long been fighting, resisting his awakening because of the environment in which he's immersed. He feels as though he does not have a choice. He feels as though he does not have freedom. And that again is the very thing that has fed his uncertainty, that has taken that playfulness out of his life, unless it's through a coping mechanism such as alcohol or drugs or gambling, or even sex, if it's just out there, being frivolous with girls and all his karmics and such. Align with your vision is the 111 again. Also, increasing powers of rapid manifestation. 111 transform into the true you. It is time for you to come home to union within. Oh my gosh. So 111, and we mentioned 333. Let's check at that. Recognize abilities within you. Again, that intuition, honing your intuitive and empathic gifts, spending this time really on you so you can be living your truths. Clarify your desires. Specificity is key. And also spiritual awakening. That is this expansion. You are on this perpetual going and growing spiritual awakening journey, because you can never know everything. You will never get it all done, as Abraham likes to say. Angel number 404. All your challenges will be worth it. Your perseverance rewarded. It will be rewarded. So just again, keep focusing. Oh my goodness. And look, we have the goddess. Cultivate inner power, anchor and expand that warrior goddess within. You are a light warrior. And in fact, if I am correct, this angel number, which one was it? Hold on. 432, I think it was. Nope. Where did that go? Yeah, 333. Lightworker message, time to shine. And here we are with 404, which of you, expanding that goddess, that warrior goddess within. You are powerful. New beginnings, closures, and spiritual growth. Dreams and desires are necessary to create and live an amazing life. You are worthy. And right now it's really focusing on that solar plexus chakra, which is that soul space within you. It's right beneath your heart chakra. And that is the part in you that especially for me, that I have come to know between my solar plexus and heart chakras. That is my home. That is my home where I can really tune in and feel my divine masculine, feel my own power, my own divinity, can feel that source. And then we have angel number 909, which, I don't have a square for that one. I'll need a square. Angel number 909 says, Patience. Patience is definitely, again, allowing yourself to be where you are, being present, right? Living in that present moment, because when you are impatient, when you are lacking in patience, you are not in the present moment. All right? You're giving your power away to a thought and a state of being, to a thought or a belief or a perspective that is taking you out of this present moment. 909 is sent to dissuade you from making the wrong decisions. Now, understand, wrong is what is the word? There's a word that's just not coming to me. Relative. Thank you. Universe is relative. Wrong is relative, and by wrong, I am pointing out for you that there's actually no wrong decision for you, because no matter what, you will learn something. So technically, there's nothing wrong with any decision that you make. It may not get you the outcome you desire, so you may perceive that decision or that action as wrong because it did not produce the results that you desired. All you've come to learn is that, oh, that's not the way to do this. Noted. Next try, next opportunity. That's what that no was for. Nope, that doesn't work. Next opportunity. That's what NO means. No, next opportunity. And remember, if you were supposed to be anywhere other than where you are, you would be. Okay? Any other things we need to know for 909 during this video here? And remember, find me on Instagram at Healing Twin Flames. I am also at Empowerment Experiences. However, I post all of my, Divine Feminine Twin Flame stuff, obviously, on my Healing Twin Flames. Not that there's not some Twin Flame stuff on my Empowerment Experiences page. But that said, yeah, this is where we are. Healing Twin Flames on Instagram, and you can screenshot any of my angel number images. You have my full copyright permission to share them around, spread them around, share them with people that you know, repost them even, go for it. Tag me, I appreciate it. I will definitely come and comment and say hi. Let's see here, right there, invitation to share your skills and talents as a way to be of service to others. And what exactly did I talk about? This, Pleiades card, uplifting humanity, starting to really lean into trusting your gifts, your intuition, because that is what is going to be most prevalent in the new earth. That is how it's going to operate. This is why we are really practicing twin flame, really practicing telepathy with our twin flames, because it's seemingly easier with that connection that we have. However, you can practice that with your soul sisters, with anybody really. Okay? That said, oh my goodness, Goddess, I love this message today. I intend for you the same. And remember, I am here for you. Come join the free Goddess Tribe on Telegram. I will put that link below. There's going to be several links down in the description of a variety of ways that I can serve and support you along this journey. I also am finally, I know I've mentioned it, and I've had a couple starts where it's just, again, not been in full alignment for my mentorship group. That's a coming back, baby. That I'm about to really, I'm excited. I'm very excited about this time for sure. Not that I wasn't excited for the last times. However, again, it's still, there was just something not quite in alignment. That said, again, I am here to serve and support you along this journey. You are welcome to book a one-on-one session at iamempowered.as.me, and let's find your power so you can rise, Goddess. Let's find your power. Whatever the struggle is, which for me, I changed the word struggle to challenge. Whatever the challenge is, which is an opportunity for growth, that is what a challenge is. whatever challenge you have, I assure you we can find your power in it so you can rise through it and from it. Because I am here, as always, to remind you that the power is already in your hands. Because, dear sweet sister goddess, that shit has always been inside you. Namaste.